Good morning, everyone. For those of you who know me, you'll know immediately that this is not my normal kind of video. I'm usually very bubbly and energetic, but I had something that I really needed to talk about, and I really hope that you will receive it with the purpose in which it was intended. And just hear me out, stick it out. It has recently come to my attention that someone in our community has taken their own life. And while anytime that this happens, the entire community is hurting and in need of comfort and answers. We all want answers, right? I don't necessarily have those, but I do have something that I would like to share, and I hope that it will be helpful. And I apologize, I am going to be looking at some notes. I just wanted to keep myself organized so I don't follow too many rabbit trails. For those of you who don't know me, I am Katrina Spencer. I am the pastor at the Verdant Church of the Brethren. I'm also the vice president of the Ministerial Association, which is how I came to know about this. And also community posts. I am the program coordinator for the Birth to Three program, and so I am in contact with families in need all the time. I am also the wife of a first responder here in this community, and that really kind of feeds what I want to say today too. As the wife of a first responder, I'm also the fire chaplain. As a first responder, we have radios in our home that go off all hours of the day and night. I hear every need and every hurt and everything that happens in the whole of Macoupin County. And so I can tell you that the pain that exists in our communities right now is overwhelming, and it is everywhere. And there are people every single day who are finding themselves in the same situation that this young man did, making that same decision, whether they're going to stay or go. And so we need to be able to do something. And so that's kind of why I'm doing this. The reason for this video is that someone reached out to me, and they said, where were the churches? And so I want to talk about that because they said that we should be leading the charge and that we should be, helping within the community. And so I want to talk about that. Now, I want to say, first of all, that yes, I agree 100%. The churches should be at the forefront of every single emotional concern that is happening in this community. And what I'm about to say is not me making excuses. I just want to be clear about what is going on with the churches. I don't want there to be any confusion about where we stand, okay? We do try to help. Many of you watching this have probably reached out to us at some point. We help often with food or utility bills or gas vouchers, or people reach out to us quickly when they need something financially. And we are happy to help as much as we can. And I'll talk more about that in a minute. We know that there is a huge need in our community. Many will call for financial needs, but very few call for emotional ones. They don't call us when they're struggling with depression and anxiety and addiction. And I don't know if that's because they feel like we can't relate to them, or that we don't have a good answer for them, or they're ashamed to come and talk to us. I don't know what all of that is, but I will talk a little bit more about what I do know about it. There are approximately 15 to 20 churches in the North Mac area. We've lost a few recently. And the reason that we've lost them is because the churches are aging and they are shrinking. And we could debate about why that's happening, why young people aren't coming. We could talk about that, but that's not the point of this. The churches have limited resources, okay? So, as we are shrinking, our bills, just like all of yours, are still going up. I'm not asking you to send money. That's not what that was about. It's just to say we want to help everyone, but we can only do so much. The rest of it depends on the whole community. And so let me tell you what our community does have. what we do have going for us. The church community, we have our faith, our love for people. We have a community of strength so that when we all get together, we encourage, we lift each other up, we support each other. That's what we have in the church. That's what we really want to offer to people who come to us. We have the power of prayer, and that's where many of you will shut me off. That's where you'll shut me down. That's where you will say, that's not going to do anything for me. But I'm here to tell you, and I'll tell you more in a minute, that absolutely is a piece of what we need in this community. So I'm just going to say that. We have the truth that we believe will set people free. And we believe that it will set them free from addiction, from depression, from their loneliness. We believe that we have the thing that will set you free from the things that are bringing you down. But we can only help if you call us. Now, I want to say this too. If you can't call for yourself, or if you don't need us for that reason, I want us all as a community to stop and look around and ask ourselves, is there someone nearby, someone that we know in our daily lives that we know is struggling, someone that we know needs someone to reach out and just say, hey, I'm here, how can I help, right? In all the daily interactions that we have with people, we meet people all the time that we can see in their face the loneliness, the sadness, and the struggle. And it's our job not to turn and look the other way, not to criticize them when they try to reach out in whatever way they possibly can, but to come to them and say, hey, maybe nobody else is paying attention, but I am. I'm here. Once, a long, long time ago, almost 31 years, and I will apologize ahead of time, I may cry when I tell this, I was ready to take my own life. I had made the plan. I knew exactly what I was going to do and how it was going to happen. The whole thing was, I just didn't see another way. I just didn't. I didn't know what else to do. My life was a mess, and I didn't know how to get back out. And I want to say too that my life was a mess largely because of another person who was in it. And so, I didn't know what I was going to do, and I didn't know how I was going to make it. A friend of mine told me I should call the doctor, and I actually said, I don't want to disturb him because it's a Saturday, and my problems are not that important. And so when I couldn't reach out, my friend did. She picked up the phone and she called the doctor, and the doctor called me, and he said, listen, we've got to talk. I am here not because I had the strength to ask for help, but because someone around me saw that I needed it and they reached out for me. I've never been back to that dark place, but I do know what it feels like to be there. Make no mistake, the pastors that are in this community, they want to love on the people in this community. There is nothing about them that is unapproachable or unreal, right? We have an amazing community with many amazing, real, and authentic pastors. Maybe it's not me. Maybe I'm not your cup of tea, right? Maybe there's another one, and I can happily introduce you to them because they are amazing people of God. And so I just want to bring that out. I also want to say we have excellent, caring first responders in this community also. Maybe you've had a bad experience with a police officer here or there. Maybe you've had a bad experience with a pastor here or there, right? But there are lots of people in this community who want to help, but they have to know there's a need. So if you don't reach out to us, we can't help you. So find someone that you trust, whether it's a friend or a first responder or a pastor or a church person. Reach out to them, let them know that you need someone, that you need something, and they will reach out. If they can't, they will find us. They know how to find us. When this person that reached out to me yesterday posted in the community page that they were looking for the Ministerial Association, there were 4 responses, I think, and 3 of them were pointing them to a ministerial person. So, and one of them was me saying I am one. what do you need? So I want you to know we are there, right? This person who reached out said, we as a community can and should do better, but the churches should lead. And I agree 100%. And so here I am, and I'm taking the lead. If you need us, reach out. We're here. We may not have the answers right away, but we will happily talk to you, try to help you get through. And like I said, our financial resources are limited just like everyone else's, but we'll help as much as we can with that also. We really don't want anyone in our community to make this decision to end their life because they feel like they're alone. We are not alone in this community. We have to stop making each other feel like we are. All right, that's all I have to say. Listen, we love you. Be blessed. And I will continue to pray for the community and for this young man's family. And I hope that people will reach out if you need us. All right, that's all I have.